When the scourge came, I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman. When I came to, I was in the Nexus. I haven't dared venture outside these walls since. I wish I could do more, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls. That Candle Maiden cared for me during my first days in the Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. The poor, poor girl, trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her.
Are you human? Oh, the pain and the ghastly odour. Please, put me out of my misery. Please have mercy on me. Forgive me, Father.
Sometimes I stop and wonder how I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. Why didn't I protect my wife and daughter, even if it meant being slain by the demons? Please forgive me. I am over it now. I didn't mean to get emotional.
Are you dead already? Oh, you deserve it.
How do you do it? I can't imagine what it takes to slay a demon. If only I had that kind of strength.
This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect them to another. Have you received assistance from the Candle Maiden? She is a prisoner of this Nexus. It is her duty to lull the Old One back to slumber. That is why she helps those who hunt demons. And that is why she has become a demon herself. I have always been here in this Nexus. I was here when the Old One awakened, and I will be here when it rests once again. Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you, so that you may lull the Old One back to slumber.
You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons. This is something that might interest you. The Black-Robed Maiden of the Nexus looks after the flames. She's a morose type, with eyes occluded by wax. She can control souls like no other. Bring her the souls of men and demons, and she will embolden your flesh and blood with their power. But beware, do not devolve into a foul beast.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. Thou seekest soul power, dost thou not? Then touch the demon inside me. Go forth, touch the demon inside me. Let these ownerless souls become thine own. I shall await thine return, slayer of demons. I am here for thee, and thee only.
Have you met the last surviving monumental? Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me.
You must lull the old one back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. A soul is the essence with which living things comprehend the world around them. When one loses the soul, one loses the mind. The old one is the bottomless pit of nothingness, with an insatiable appetite for the souls collected by its faithful demons. The old one's very nature cannot be fathomed by the living. The old one, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom. We neutralized the old one and banned the soul arts. Then we spread the archstones, and in order to mend reality, monumentals we became. However, man's memory of history is o'ershort, and before long he repeated his mistakes. The monumentals perished, and the archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Alant once again aroused the old one.
Oh my, how has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Alant? Oh, Umbasa. Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Alant left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by demons and soul-starved madmen. My spine shudders just to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, a keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. Have you heard? If you are attacked by a demon, you will lose your humanity. Oh, what a horrible thought. Just what would happen then? I simply cannot fathom it. Umbasa.
Our great king is a magnanimous leader. He's solid, spirited, caring of his subjects. He fought vigilantly against the vile and depraved. The seditious claims that our Lord brought this scourge upon us, they are mere fabrications woven by jealous conspirators. I'm certain of it, for there is no other explanation. My brother in arms, Varafax of the Twin Fangs, was a brave and mighty knight. Unlike myself, he was the master of more than the sword. Varafax's mind was sharper than most scholars. Dark times have befallen us. If our Lord, with the esteemed help of Varafax, could not prevent it, then no one could have.
There's this skinny fella, clad in fabulous armor, who's always mumbling about some mission. He's another one who's managed to stay sane like yourself. Probably some pampered son by the looks of his attire. I'd give an arm just for the buttons off his shirt.
I had an odd piece of news from a merchant Dregling. He claims that the son of the king, Ariona, has come to Boletaria alone. Ariona is a wise and kind soul, almost too kind. He would not be safe in this accursed land without protection. If you find Ariona, do look after him, and tell him to return to the Nexus immediately. And that Bjor of the Twin Fangs will look after His Highness.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Boletaria. No matter how far I venture, only the soul-starved remain. Is there a single sane person left in Boletaria? At its peak, Boletaria was a grand kingdom. The king, his knights, and his subjects were modest and plain, but also steadfast and compassionate. In the distant southern kingdom, Boletaria was known as paradise on earth. But look at what has become of us now. I refuse to believe that this is what Father wished for our great land. Here in Boletaria, we speak of the legend of the two swords and the last hero. The two swords are Demonbrand and Soulbrand. One sword banishes that which befouls man, and the other banishes man himself. The last hero is Old King Doran. King Doran is the Everlasting One, founder of Boletaria and protector of the two swords. Of course, only according to legend. But in the dark state of our land, legends are all we can depend upon.
Thou who seeketh the king's sword, I am the old king. Show me thine strength, and the strength of thine souls. Prepare thyself, brave knight. Darest thou to challenge me? Very well. But may thou be determined from the depths of thine heart, else thou shalt fail. May fate be with thee.
Surely you've seen the lone stone tower that sprouts forth from the outer wall of Boletaria Castle? According to that spineless warden, a young sorceress is held prisoner there, where she is subject to all manner of untold acts in the name of purification. Regrettably, I cannot find my way into that tower. How long will those vermin dishonor the king's good name?
Hello again. You saved me from great agony. I am sorry, for I cannot offer proper thanks. If you wish, however, I can teach you magic and trade for demon souls. But my witchcraft is of a dark nature, and arouses suspicions. Once I lusted after the power offered by demon souls. I ventured through the fissure into Boletaria, but became trapped in the Nexus. Then the king's executioner Meralda chained me up inside that tower. My thirst for demon souls is no more. On the contrary, I find such power dangerous.
King Alant led Boletaria with a round table of brave knights. The royal twin fangs, Valafax and Bjor. Alfred, the knight of the tower. Metas, the knight of the lance. And the brave tribesman, Longbow Ulan and his fearsome legions. But today, Boletaria is an abysmal mess. Valafax was lost, and Bjor slipped through the fissure, never to be heard from again. All the rest, along with Boletaria, have been devoured by the fog, and will soon be prey to the demons. The Boletarian knights are no longer. But perhaps our age will see the rise of new heroes, such as yourself.
Hello there, souls. Souls. I trade fine goods for souls. Our little town. Well, it's a nice wee place. All those lizard-eyed townsfolk are busy tinkering with stone. and don't bother with old men like myself. Makes life rather easy for me. I can get away with anything. Have you heard about that sparkling lizard? He's not easy to catch, but he's got some fine stones, and I know where his nest is. Deep below this mine, there's a dragon shrine filled with dragon bones. Well, according to little Skirver anyway.
Egad! Oh, you nearly frightened me to death, creeping up on me like that. My name is Skirver. I seek treasures of the unknown. Were you guided by a sixth sense or a brash imprudence? Either way, you've more skill than I. I'm impressed you've come this far. Let us put that skill to work. There is a temple beyond here, below the ground. It is a work of art, moulded by the ancient burrowers to appease the bones of dragons. As a precaution, a broad sword which can crush bone and slay dragon is stored in the temple. Truth told, it is the laughing stock of many a swordsmith. They say it's as blunt as a bludgeon. A dull blade meant to slay a dragon. Curious, is it not? I would search for it myself, but I'm afraid I'd fare poorly against the demons. If you happen to come upon the sword, please let me have a look at it. This place is magnificent, eh? The bones of dragons exuding awe, a dream come true. Demons? Sorry, friend, I have no interest. I love Boletaria for what she is, a place of odd wonders. Strange faces, wielding strange trinkets, hiding in strange places. I'm beginning to think Boletaria is better off now than it used to be. Don't tell anyone I said that. I could get myself into bother if I'm not careful.
You're an ordinary human, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I've had better days. I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it. Before, there were many others trapped here, but they went mad and ventured above of their own volition. Redemption? There exists no such thing. The Queen banished her depraved old husband from the land. He returned in strange golden garb with foul demons in tow. They pillaged Great Latria, land of the learned, and locked us in this dungeon. Since then, they've been feeding off our souls, telling us over and over that if we go above, we will be granted redemption. I know the truth. The church goddess may die, but never for long. And we are trapped below forever.
Oh, human are you? I am Frek. I have been trapped here for ages. Perhaps you could help me get out of here. I am a sage, and I can lend you my power in return. Magnificent. I never expected to get out of there alive. I thought my magic would give me an edge against these demons, but how wrong I was. I have been enfeebled by my long imprisonment, but I can still move my legs, and I can make it back to the Nexus. I thank the stars that I escaped when I did. I owe you my life. I have a proposal for you. Could you bring your demon souls to me? As I determine more about the essence of the soul, I can teach you new magic. A demon's soul is no mere amalgamation of lesser souls. You have your wits about you. Surely you understand me? Do you have a connection to the disciples? Do not pay attention to them if they speak poorly of me and my magic. Prayer is for the foolish, quaint, and soon-to-be dead. And heaven forbid the day you find out what their so-called God really is.
Do you have any connection to Patches the hyena? I trust not. He is a depraved, vile man, and he deserves no allies.
You slimy little wretch!
I hope that an outstanding hero such as yourself is selective when making associations.
Well, I remember you. I'm glad I found you. I found some really nice trinkets. Have I got some stuff for you? Nothing here is stolen, I swear. I no longer partake in the whole corpse robbing thing. Yeah, no, I'm completely free from my vice. My old mother would be proud indeed. Aren't you proud of me too? Now, you see that priest and his disciples over there? They still don't trust me after that little incident behind the altar. Shouldn't they believe in forgiving and forgetting and all that? Well, I have news for them. Praying has not put food in my mouth, nor anyone else's.
This shrine was used in a ghastly ritual by an ancient tribe. They've long perished, and now demons have put the souls to work. At least here you're killing things that are already dead, like skeletons and shadow lurkers. Better than killing those poor, soul-starved humans, right? That's what I like about this place. This is where the ancient barbarians offered their honoured heroes to the winds, to seek winds in life and meet winds in death. That was the warrior's code. And all that's left here now is a fine pile of dust. I've never been so wrong about a dig. I've disgraced the Blige line of grave robbers. Have you been to the altar where sorcerers summon shadows? Well, I think someone may be trapped in the lower cavity. I heard them praying for dear life. Pity the poor fool. He probably fell for one of Patch's old tricks.
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today? God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. Pray with me. Umbasa. Souls are a source of evil power emanating from the demons. King Alant was overcome by a lust for such power, and has placed Boletaria in her present predicament. Old Freke and the Candle Maiden are no exception.
Have you heard the rumors about Astraea of the Valley of Defilement? They claim that she and her royal knight have become demons and lead a clan of degenerate miscreants. In truth, the rumors are surely unfounded. There are all sorts of wrongdoers down there who would think up such nonsense. Yet if the rumors are true, then may she be eternally damned for her debasement of the Lord's name.
Astraea of the Valley of Defilement? I'm not sure, but Saint Astraea of the West was accompanied by the knight Garl Vinland. She would never turn to evil with that upstanding knight to guide her. Surely it is mere slander. Sadly, the weak are prone to such backstabbing. Vito, the Moonlight Knight, Risaya of Isterel, and Selan Vinland. Many honorable knights have ventured into Boletaria in search of the Valley of Defilement. The vicious rumors about Astraea offend our most basic sense of respect for God's name. However, none of these great knights has made it back. Could it be that the wretched valley is so infested with grime that even our Lord's voice does not resonate there? Or perhaps it is the fate of those left behind by God.
Did you ever visit Valley of Defilement? The bog there is filled with the corpses of honourable knights, too foolish to stay out of harm's way. Well, you may have heard of some of them. Vito the Moonlight Knight, Risaya of Isterel, and many more. I reckon they left behind some fine armour and weapons. Why not have a visit? See what you can find. Well, aren't you glad we're such good friends?
You there! Won't you buy something? My poor child is hungry. Curses, I wasted my breath on you. Did that witch send you to torment me? This place? It's a proper mound of rubbish. All the rot of the world, living or not, ends up here. I thank the stars that I still have my boy. How many years has it been? That witch Astraea came to this valley with that squid-headed knight. Those ridiculous white robes of hers. I swear I caught her glaring at my son in disgust. Yes, it's true, she is as nasty as they come. And she's a demon to boot. Doesn't surprise me.
Why, you are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Selan of the West. I seek my brother Garl Vinland, the knight who accompanied Saint Astraea on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I must share with him the last words of our father. I find something odd about this place. It brims with grime, but at once feels strangely pure. I heard an unflattering rumor about Saint Astraea. Have you met that herb-peddling woman? She claims that Saint Astraea is herself a demon. That woman has no reason to lie. Surely she must be mistaken.
Ever since that demon witch came here, everything has turned foul. All the men worship her like she's the Virgin Mary, the same men who would snatch my child away from me. This was a much better place before she came. I was the apple of every man's eye. You're here to rid us of her, aren't you? Well, don't show her any mercy.
Go forth, Garl Vinland. May you be unharmed.
Ye covetous ones, let it be known. We shall defend our hearth and home to the death. I shall let no harm come to dearest Estraya. How dare you persist in intruding upon our haven? You abandoned us long ago. What right do you have? We live humble lives. Leave us be.
Leave us, slayer of demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly. Cruel Lord, what more can you possibly take from us? You are too cruel. You have abandoned us. Is that not punishment enough? This is our home. We have done no harm to you. Dear God, have mercy. Is not your abandonment of us punishment enough? How long must we weather this cruel fate? Please leave quietly, lest you face the wrath of my loyal follower.
Plunge to your death, and let the acid melt the flesh from your bones. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp.
Dear Lord, stop. Please stop.
Dearest Estraya, I have failed you.
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul.
This crest, that is a Vinland heirloom meant for my younger brother. So, my brother and Estraya have both strayed from the path of God. The poor souls. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. May the angels gaze favorably upon you. Umbasa.